Howdy folks, TechTexN here, bringing you Kerbal's space program, First Contracts Part 2, and I got some time to try some stuff, and we're going to go to our contracts and see what we have. Now, I've already got my ship into orbit and got some points, got money, so I have a little more room to do things now. Now, last time I left off, we were just kind of going over contracts a little bit, but I still didn't know too much about them. So, to get an idea of what to expect from these contracts, some of them are actually rather difficult and some of them are extremely easy. So, but of course they provide a different amount of money, and actually some of them do give you science points. So it's definitely worth doing contracts to help get you some more science points here and there. But the question is, whether or not the contract is really worth doing, because, for example, to test a liquid fuel engine in flight over Kerbin sounds easy enough, except the objectives here. Kerbin, no problem. Flying, no problem. Between an altitude of 8K and 18K, okay, well, you have 10K to work with there. And then you have to be within a certain speed. Okay, so I have to be within a certain variable speed. So chances are you have to use liquid engines to begin with, just to make sure you adjust your speed to get all these objectives completed. And actually, it's not just completing these objectives, it's meeting these conditions and then launching the stage of that engine when those are all within acceptable conditions. So after you launch it, then you complete the contract, and then you get your completion money. Now, you get 6 science points for that, and not sure, let's see, which the LV-T45 liquid engine. So, I mean, we could probably do that. We'll see. We have 1 day till it expires, but we got 1 year to actually complete the objective. So I'm going to go ahead and accept this contract, just to kind of introduce I guess a little bit how some of these can be difficult, and some of them can even be more difficult. Oh, and we got ourselves a rescue mission. Yes. I'm going to accept that. Now, here's what's nice about accepting contracts and then saving them for later. You get advanced money. So they advance money to you so you could have money to build your ships. So this is an advantage. I get 12,000 just for accepting the contract. Now, of course, if you fail, you lose 14,000, which is, 2,000 lost there. But you get 56,000 for completing it. And I know I can complete this, and we'll do this. Certainly. I'm going to see if we can't do this just in this video. So we're going to do 2 contracts here. And we're going to get started. Yes, we're going to rescue Kerbal, but first we got to test an engine. Now, here's what I did. As far as building my ships, if you build a ship for every part or parts that you test, you're going to have way too many saved ships. So what did I do? I saved a ship that I just called the R&D test ship. This is the ship that I build very strange things, as you can see, with the strange experimental parts, or maybe they're parts that I already have. Now, in this case, I need to test, was it the LTV-45? Now, I've already unlocked a lot of stuff, and this is going to be a piece of cake. However, with your staging, you got to be more careful. Now, you could also see here, I got a bunch of parachutes because I want to recover every little thing possible. And I try to get a little science done, but I've already done the majority of science around Kerbin, so I don't really do as much science with the R&D test ship anymore. In fact, I have a separate, where is it? Kerbin science ship. So this is the ship I designed to go to the different biomes on Kerbin to get science done. Okay, so this is the engine we need to test, so we don't want to launch that stage when we parachute. Instead, let's see, we have to be, what's nice is when you're building your ship, you can view your contracts down here. We need to test it at 8,000 to 18,000 meters at a speed of 140 to 340 meters per second. So probably what I would want to do is put 2 liquid engines, but I'm going to test it with the solid engines just to see if I can reach those objectives with just the solid fuel engines. So without further ado, hopefully I won't go too fast, but we'll try it. We'll see what happens. And I have built some very strange ships because sometimes I try to test more than one part in a single mission. It gives you a good amount of money. Alright, SAS on. Let's crank up the speed. Not that it matters because I'll have liquid fuel. I'm going to have my contracts ready, so once all these are checked, I know to initiate the stage for the fuel engine. So I got to keep an eye on my speed and altitude. So here we go. I'm not sure if this is going to get me to 8,000 or not. You know what? I probably should have thought about that. I don't think it's going to get me to 8,000. It'll probably get me to 5,000 or 6,000, but probably not 8,000. And I'm already going the 140 meters per second, and yeah, you'll see. I'll hit 340 here in a moment. Well, no, maybe not. But as you can see, I'm not going to reach the speed, and I'm not going to reach the altitude. So already this mission is a bust. And being the cheater that I am, I'm going to revert flight to vehicle assembly. Okay, so solid fuel is just not going to do it. But what we can do is slap on a couple of these puppies. Of course, it'll probably require more parachutes to bring it down. Now, here's the problem with using liquid fuel. It's more expensive because solid fuel boosters are cheap, $325 each. But the engine alone for liquid fuel is $950. And, you know, even the small liquid fuel engine, $750. My goodness. And then the tanks themselves. These tanks are $1,600. Combine that with the $950, you're out some money. So we want to try to recover those engines as much as possible. So we're going to put some parachutes on. I'm wondering if I should go ahead and put a couple more. Alright. Fix our staging. Move this up here. We don't want that going off yet. Okay. You know, we'll slap. Where is it? There it is. Why not? Okay, so we'll give this a try and see if these liquid engines will get us up there. And if not, what I'll probably do is put a small fuel tank in the middle. That'll probably do it. The nice thing with the liquid fuel engine, you can adjust your thrust. So you can better adjust your speed when reaching that altitude. Alright, we'll throttle here and see where this gets. Okay, now we gotta go full blast here. I do have a reaction wheel, so that'll help. I probably didn't need that second girder. I probably could have put those together. Oh well. And now what else I could do, the engine doesn't require a bunch of fuel. You just need to activate it. So what I'm going to do is I could transfer fuel from the middle engine. I probably should have put fuel ducts on this. That would have helped my situation a lot. Feed fuel to these two tanks. I've reached 140 and may have to transfer fuel in. Yeah, I'm going to transfer some fuel. Whoa, 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 cut it, cut it, cut it. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. We're gonna go back. Fuel ducts would have been the smart thing to do. Okay, fuel ducts. That will solve all our problems. Okay, but we're gonna go from the middle to the outer. There we go. That will solve our issue. Okay. Yeah, I kind of wanted to transfer the other one, but I'm just not fast enough. I knew that would happen. Alright, now we're gonna go. This will definitely accomplish our mission, because we'll definitely reach our speed, we'll definitely reach our altitude. Yeah, there we go. Suck up all that fuel. The best part is we stay completely balanced, so we don't go flipping like we did earlier. Alright, so we've hit the speed. We just need to get to 8,000. Well, 8,800 to be specifically. Come on, I think I have enough fuel. I should. And you also got to keep an eye on your speed to make sure you don't go too fast. There we go. And I just tested it. It didn't have any fuel to test with, but I still tested. Alright, so I'm going to cut off my fuel because any fuel we get back, we also receive. And there it is. I got 2,000 funds. And we're just going to speed things up. Come right back down. And that's how you can complete a simple R&D contract. Alright, we'll go ahead and parachute. I'll use some fuel to slow down so I don't break apart upon parachute deployment. Maybe down to 40 meters per second. Yeah, that should do it. There we go. And I'll just fast forward the rest. I pretty much have done my reports to death out here, doing all these different missions for the R&D testing. Come on, come on, come on. I've already done my share of EVAs and everything else out here. Alright, I'm going to recover a vessel before it decides to fall over. And mission completed. We didn't get any science on that one. I could have sworn it offered science, but that's okay. And parts. We got all our parts back, or at least most of them. We got 20,000 back, although it's kind of expensive vehicle. But hey, we're getting close to 300,000 funds, so we could do a lot with that. And of course, Jebediah gets more reputation. He's gotten a lot of reputation lately from all these R&D tests. But now, we have a mission to rescue Steve Kerman from Kerbin. And we got to get him aboard a vessel and return home. He is stuck in orbit, and we must get him. I also need to test my Poodle liquid engine in orbit. Might be a good opportunity to do that. I get 34 science for that one. Yeah, let's use the Poodle engine. I'm going to have to build a new ship for that one. Alright, we don't need the R&D test ship. We need the Kerbin Orbiter Rescuer. Which, if we're going to use the Poodle engine, I'm going to have to readjust this. Actually, if we're going to be using the Poodle engine, we're going to have to change this entirely. The problem is, I don't have... Oh, I do have the Skipper liquid engine, so... Yeah, I guess I could do that. You know what? Let's just do a brand new ship, and we'll call it Kerbin Rescue Orbiter 2. Okay, we'll slap a rechargeable pack, because I do have solar panels. Alright, and for the sakes of science, because we'll probably land somewhere... science. Oh, there we go. Slap my science there. Some mystery goo. And we'll probably want a science junior. A thermometer. I'll just slap you right there. That'll be good. Now, remember, for a rescue vessel, make sure you have an empty seat for them. So what I'm going to do... Oh, you know what? And I did this completely wrong. What I need is a probe. Because we're going to remove whatever pilot's in here and just control the probe. And that's how we're going to get our Kerbal out of the pickle he's in. How they get trapped in space, I don't know. Accidentally put 2 thermometers on there. We just need 1. I had it. Okay. And we're going to add ourselves a Communitron. Why not? So any extra crew reports he does will be done. Oh, I have a barometer. I forgot I unlocked this. More science to do. Alright, we need control. Inline reaction wheel. Alright, now the rest is going to be a little more complicated because I don't have the structure to detach these large fuel tanks. So it's just going to have to go on like that. I'm going to attempt to rescue this vessel. I really don't know how this is going to go. It may not go well at all. Woo, I don't know. Oh man. This is going to need extra parachutes. No, not 4. Let's go with 6. Might turn this whole vessel upside down by doing this. In fact, I can almost count on it. Whew. This may not go well. Here I am attempting to rescue the Kerbal, and it may not go well. All right, I'm going to add some... Oh, we don't need that many lights. 2 would be good. We'll do... I like to put some shine on the vessel here. That'll do. But I need to test this Poodle liquid engine. It's a must. Okay, so this is the portion of the rescue, the vessel that I plan to bring back and get money back. Everything else is going to be a waste of money. So that right now we're spending $19,000 on this thing. But this is to accomplish 2 separate contracts. Everything else can go. Oh, you know what? And I haven't even unlocked my other decoupler. This may not go well. You know what? I'm not going to be able to do this yet. I need my big decoupler. So we're just going to go back. Well, I'll save this for now and I'll finish it later. Kerbin, orbital, rescue 2.0. We'll just save that. Orbital rescue. Okay. So we're just going to use this to rescue our little buddy in orbit, but we're going to remove anybody in there. Save. All my stages are good. Launch. We must save him. Alright, first things first, turn on SAS, get our contracts and all that jazz ready. Okay, now you can see on this one, I put a bunch of solid fuel for my second layer, and then on the inside I put a asparagus layering for anytime, you know, in case they give me one of those extreme altitudes. Okay, we're going to go to orbit map, and there he is in orbit. Steve, set his target. And what we're going to do is we're going to wait till he gets a little closer above us. And he's in a standard orbit. He's at 92 and 93. For his altitude. Okay. I think we are ready to launch. So, going to staging and... on our way! We're coming, Steve! Staying in there, man. Oh, I need to use my barometer. Oh, I didn't put a barometer on here. Ah! No, I refuse it. I refuse. Vehicle assembly, I'm putting the barometer on here. I want science done. Science must be done. Sorry about that. I need my science. Science addict. I guess I can put it up here. There we go. Save. Launch. Oh, no, now I got a Kerbin in here. Darn it! Ah! No, Jebediah, you can't go. Otherwise, we have to leave you in orbit. You know, I read somewhere that someone actually did that. They went up to save someone, but just to complete the contract, they left another Kerbin in orbit because they forgot they had to empty the pod. We're not going to do that. Because the cost of sending another vessel is a little expensive. I don't want to leave another Kerbin in orbit. Although you could make it a thing where you just keep swapping them out. Alright. Oh, why did I do that? Because we have to wait till he's over. I'm all kinds of fail right now. Alright. Gotta wait till he's above us in orbit. Set his target. Alright, fast forward, buddy. Let's go. Alright, I think that will be close enough. Because it's going to take time to get up there. And if by the time I get to the same altitude as him, if he's behind me, then I need to go a little higher periaps than his to slow down and let him catch up to me. If I am behind him, then I'll have to get a lower apoaps to catch up to him. Alright, that helps me get a little up there. Now, Scott Manley, man, that guy's boss. He's already released two videos using the contracts to literally unlock all science in 2 missions. 2 missions! Of course, he used a slight exploit, and that is the solid booster staging, where you're not exactly using decouplers, but rather you're using oh, I need a turn. But you're using the boosters to destroy each other when you just layer them. I mean, why not? It works. Alright, and this will take a moment. Of course, we don't have the Poodle engine. Now, of course, I could have found some way to smack the Poodle engine on the side or something, but that's a heavy piece, so I kind of didn't want to do that. I've had some bad luck with just attaching heavy engines on the side of vessels. Didn't turn out too well, especially with parachutes involved. Alright, so we're going to be behind them, so we need to make sure our altitude is lower than 92. So we'll probably go up to about 90. Oh, where am I at? Okay, I'm at 85. I think that should do. In fact, that may be too close. So we're coming up behind him. He's going pretty fast, but we're about to go a lot faster. Gonna add maneuver. Come on. There we go. 86, 85, that should do it. And I'm passing the descending node, so can't exactly adjust my angle there. I'll do that on the ascending node. Burn for 38 seconds. Now, I don't think I'm going to have 38 seconds worth of fuel, but we'll see. Alright, node 52. I think I'll start a little early. Let's see, about 40 seconds roughly, so 20. I'll start burning about 27. Because I know I'm going to run out of these engines and I'm going to have to burn extra. Alright, 28. That'll work. And the fact I give more thrust before I run out of those two, my orbit's going to be way off. But that's okay. Everything we can adjust, and we have the fuel to do it. Because I have another fuel tank and engine right here. Last time I didn't even use it. Kind of waste of money. But actually I got money back for that fuel, so that wasn't so bad. I was pretty close on my estimation. Alright, 84 and 88. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is go to my sending node and make the adjustments. Because I need to descend. Not too much. There we go, 0.0. That's what we need. Keep an eye on my resources. I know who I'm rescuing. I don't need the contracts there. I'm going to keep an eye on my electricity. I should be good, though. I got solar panels. Alright. And at this point, I'm going to focus on Kerbin. It's a little easier for me to watch. 12 minutes to burn. "41 seconds. I wonder if I have any science to do here. Probably not. Nope. Already done it. 0.5 science. Won't be worth it. Alright, and the burn's only going to take about a second at full, maybe 3 seconds or 4 seconds, just half. Yeah, speed up. Oh, whoa, too long. Is that good? Oops, too much. Okay, that'll do. That's close enough. Alright, so at this point, we go round and round. Do a little catching up, and if I have to, I'll lower my Apple apps and Perry apps. But either way, the distance is closing in. You can see 73, 72, 71, 70, so on and so forth. Now the distance might increase a little bit during one turn. No, I'm still going to catch up. My next intersect is 91.2. And I can't go any faster. That's okay. I'll just cut this video ahead to where we rescue him. Or in process of rescuing him. So I think you know how to do these intersects here. It's pretty much similar to when you're docking with a station. Okay, we have an intersect of 4.8 kilometers coming up. I think at that point we're going to adjust our orbit so that it matches his. And I'll end up burning retrograde, well, when we get there. So, we could probably see him ahead of us right now. Yeah, he's 22 kilometers away. We're coming for you, buddy. I wonder how long he's been up there. How did he get up there? Where's his ship? Now, I don't want to fast forward too fast. I don't want to risk smacking into him, colliding, killing him, or anything like that. We should be alright. Okay. So the target is right now 4.4 kilometers. Wow, okay. So what I'm going to do is, where's my retrograde to target? Oh, you know what that was. Ooh, hold on. It's up here. I see it in the distance on my nav ball. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to go 0 to target by burning retrograde speed. Now you have to be within a certain distance of him before you can control him. Oh, come on, quit. Quit it. Quit it, quit it, quit it. Okay, whatever. So now I'm going to go towards him. So I want to get closer. And I didn't have any monopropellant on this ship. I said, who needs that? Alright, we'll go towards him about, I don't know, 10 kilometers per second maybe? Maybe a little more. 20 kilometers per second. That should do, right? That's still kind of slow. Let's go faster! Alright, now I'm going to prepare to slow down. I'm probably just wasting fuel. I could have just used my time acceleration. Let's turn on the lights so we can see our ship. Alright. And of course I don't want to wait till the last second to, you know, turn on my engine, because I don't want to blast my engine on top of the astronaut there. So let's go ahead and fast forward a bit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Too much, too much. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, I think at this point I can take control. There he is! Now you gotta use your bracket key. Alright. Heading towards Kerbin Orbit Rescuer. There he is, Steve. And of course I don't want to smack this thing too fast. And you do have limited propellant. Alright, slowing down, slowing down. Okay, go a little faster. Oops. There we go, set to target. That helps. Oops. Alright. You get to go home, buddy. Yay! He is now rescued, and the rest, of course, is just descending back down to Kerbin, hopefully with as much equipment as possible. Yeah, pretty much done. Most of the science in orbit, I think I still got a lot more to do down on the planet, but I'll do that when I get to it. I think I'm going to end the video here. You can see that's how you rescue him. The rest is pretty much the same. Just descend to orbit, activate all the parachutes, land safely, and all that good stuff. So, yep, the contracts can get a little complicated sometimes. Sometimes they're simple, and of course, this to me is fun right here. And I'm hoping that down the road they have contracts to save Kerbins on other moons and planets in the system, because that will certainly increase the challenge and make it far more difficult. But at least by that time, you will have more buddies. Now, the contracts, they do pour out. There's plenty of contracts to do, and you could just accept them all and get tons of money to start out with. But some of them you have a lot more limited time. Some of them only give you maybe a day to get it done. So make sure you keep an eye on the time in which the contract expires before you can accept it, and the amount of time you have to actually complete the contract. And that'll give you an idea whether or not you want to do the contract at all. So, yeah, this game just got a lot more interesting with the first contracts. I'm hoping that they're going to come up with some more creative contracts for you to do. Maybe landing in certain places on Kerbin or other moons or planets. I think there's a lot more they could do with it than what I'm seeing on the contracts right now, because a lot of it just seems kind of random. For example, there's one contract to test a jet engine on the moon. I mean, it has no atmosphere. You can't do anything with a jet engine. Why are we testing it there? I mean, of course, yeah, they want to see what effect it has. Okay, but my goodness, that's quite a contract. So, but yeah, they do make it interesting. They certainly encourage you to build some really strange ships. I mean, you can see I had these landing legs here in a strange order. The reason I did this is because when I land this down, instead of having landing legs facing down to land this straight up, I wanted this to land on its side because I didn't have a ladder at the time. Actually, I have one now. I should have used it. To get my Kerbin out to do some science and get him back in the ship so I could just recover the vessel all at once. Also, whenever the thing would tip over, the legs were to help it, to keep it from getting destroyed, and that actually did help. But yeah, you end up building some strange ships there at the beginning. But I think later on, the ships get a little more fleshed out and better designs when you have more parts to use. So I think I've rambled on long enough. This is First Contracts, where money is now an issue. So with that said, y'all come back now, you hear? Bye!